Alright, so back again for another Unstoppable recap. And this one right here is a general talking about a situation that he encountered with his mother. Now, him talk about migrating to the States. And, he must say, him go and he was not one who ever believed that he should get married for the wrong reasons, i.e. get a green card or get him stay. Right? He always said that he wanted to meet a woman and actually get married to her and genuinely love her and be with that person. And it actually happened. He got introduced to a female and it turned out that woman was the perfect woman according to him. Now, him say him and his wife lived together and they agreed to help his mother to come over, and the mother was staying with them, and all hell broke loose. The brother just say is like his mother was there and she was ungrateful and trying to cause issues according to him. I'm gonna let you take a listen to this one right here that was shared on Unstoppable Live. Tell me about the saga we go on now, cause you and wife here live together and everybody happy, and all of a sudden then what go on now?
Alright, so we are a helpful couple. Like, we helpful. No matter who the person might be, we're helpful. You see me? Like, me and my wife, like, we are the type of couple where, if somebody need help, we'll work and get the money to help them. That is how we work together. And, I always tell her, I say, yo, babes, one of my dream is to going back home and helping a better place. You understand? So, we're just helpful and we love to help. So anyways, my mother did basically, a struggle certain way, and it's like she spoke of the struggle and we decided to say, you know what? We are going to help you in any way we can help you. You see, we are going to figure it out together as a family. Because to be honest, me and her, we never the two have a good relationship because, I grew up in a certain type of situation. As I tell you, luckily, and I feel like, God is a good God. You see, because me is a strong believer when it comes to my God. Trust me, like, God is a good God, because the stuff them when me go through my general, them never break me. And I felt like the things that when I go through, my parents should have been there to help me through these stuff when, me did really need them to be around. So me and I never did really have a good relationship per se, because in a sense, I guess at first me kind of blame her for certain things, is me, but when me and my wife will get married, I'm going to sit down and I'm talk to my wife about how I feel and, what about my brain and stuff. And wife said to me, say, Trevor, brother, make way, you and I can sort it out, man. That complicated where you can't get past certain things. So my wife, out of fear pocket, buy plane ticket gear, bring her come up for wedding and shit, and it's like me have to really laugh, my brother, because you see, disloyal people is a hell of a thing. You see me, when somebody disloyal and terrible is a hell of a thing. You see? So fast forward to the whole struggle thing. We decide say, yo, we are gonna figure it out with her. She come up, she there at the yard. Before she come up, we did say, you know what? While you're here until you get on your foot, we are gonna help you out. So we are gonna go and pay certain things until you can get on your foot. You understand? And sometimes I tell you, say, my general, when we're there and we are doing things, sometimes our bills them not pay yet, and we are make sure say your fear when them paid down at Jamaica. You see me? We are make sure say everything are in our space, you're not paying no bills, you can't do nothing in our space, because we're not asking for nothing. You see me? We are trying to help you. And when we say we are help somebody, we help them. Like we got all out. We now hold back. There's no to explain this. There's nothing to say, yo, you have to do this or you have to do that, because no, we're not depend on that. We are help you because we want help you is the right thing to do. Anyways, she eventually get a little thing for do one. Cause she the day I say, oh, you know, she don't want to put no burden and no stress on it. You see me? And it's like my wife hear the plea and the call, and she say, "Hey, you know what? She start search and she find something." You see me? And she help, help her to get it or whatever. Even after that, she come to me and she say if things have changed based upon what we did do. You see me? She come to me and ask me if things have changed. Someone say, yeah, things have changed. You find something that you don't know. You see me? She will look at me and she'll say, oh, that wasn't the agreement. She thinks, oh, we did help her until she save up money. So I'm like, help you till you save up money? Like, what? After everything what we are go through for make sure we say,
all right, hold on.
All right.
Help me if understand. Help me if understand.
Mm-hmm.
You say, uno bring her over. While she did it, uno make sure say everything with her well taken care of. So she not have to fend for nothing because she not work, is what you say, right?
Right.
Your wife figure out something and get her a little work. And then she start work and earn her own money. And I say, if things are going to change pertaining to what? Contributing to the bills in the house or what?
No, contributing to the bills and what we have here at Jamaica. Fear.
Hold on. So while she did it, uno cover the expenses at Jamaica.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm.
Because she never had a work, which is understandable.
Right.
So she get a job now, and she never want things to change. She want uno to continue cover the bills at Jamaica.
Apparently until she save up money.
All right, so for the people who are listening, he's referring to his mother, right? If you never catch what go on, then him and his wife bring his mother over. Them, cover the expenses at Jamaica while she did it. She get a job and still assume that, them for still cover whatever expenses they are Jamaica same way. All right, so hopefully that get up to speed. All right, go on talk me, General.
Yeah, so what happened now, we really break the camel back, because I never pay that in mind. Two things happen, we break the camel back. One at a time, me and her sit down at the car, and she said to me, listen, you see, me know who I'm married. I know the type of woman I'm married, but take the time out for learn about my wife. You understand? I'm like, when it comes to paying attention to my wife, like I pay very good attention to her because I want to make her happy. You understand? And for the most part, the only way to make a woman happy is paying attention and listen. You understand? Because sometimes as men, we tend to blame women that she miserable and she this and she that, when we ears cock, our attention span very short. You understand? And sometimes these women are trying to say stuff and we're not listening. You understand? Because we want to behave like female too and talk. You see me? So I'm a great listener and I pay attention to my wife when she talk. My wife, she talks very strong. She's the type of person where sometimes if you is a person where easy for go up in your feelings, you will argue with her. You see me? But for the most part, no. Me are one of them man, them get around to things when we're ready to get around to it. And for the most part, I saw some of we man still. Sometimes your wife say, yo, go fix up something down in the garage, and you get round to it when you're ready to get round to it. And them little something they sometimes kind of piss her off. You understand? So, as we say, I know the type of woman I'm married. So sometimes she talks strong, but for the most part, if I have a problem with something that she's saying, I'm a check her. It's not like I'm just gonna sit there and just take anything. Like, nah, if she's saying something that I don't like, she's gonna know that I don't like it.
Well,
now, if she's saying something,
well, me understand what you say because you say you know the woman where you're married. So if you know the woman where you're married, then that simply means you tell me say you know her personality, right? So if she's the kind where we talk firm, right? You know that about her, so you know exactly where you get into. So we understand where you get at.
Right. So she a go look for me one day like, oh, sometimes I don't like how your wife talk to you. So I'm like, yo, stop right there. I'm like, listen, you see, if I have a problem with how my wife talk to me, I'm gonna let her know that I have a problem. You understand? And for the most part, I'm not the type that's gonna throw gasoline on fire. Like, if my wife gets upset, my wife can tell it. If she gets upset, I shut up. Like, I'm not gonna participate in no form of argument with you. When you calm down, we're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna talk about it and fix it. Whatever the problem is, if I'm the problem, I'm gonna listen to you, and if I'm the problem, I'm gonna change whatever I'm doing. You understand? So I'm like, just stop. Like, whatever me and my wife have, you need to stay out of that. Like, me and my wife, we don't have no problem. Like, whatever you hear, if you hear my wife say something to me, like, and the thing about it is, what I would have preferred, because if I was a waste man, and if I was a mama's boy, right, and I had sit there and listen to what she's saying, me and my wife would have had problems. But what I think was the best solution, right, if you say you have a problem with how she talk to me, what would have been the best solution was for you to go to her, because you and her have a relationship per se, that you could have went to her and sat her down and said, you know, my daughter, like, sometimes, you know, me hear you talk to my son, and, you know, it kind of sound away in my head, you know, what go on this? You see me? That's what I would have preferred. You see me? Even though me not, because as I say, nothing about me in my head, because as I say, I know my wife. You see, I know her, like, I know her back and forth. Like, when my wife ever said to me, for me to go up in my feelings, even though sometimes she might, because as I say, she talks strong, and she's an American. So you know the things set more wild with Americans sometimes. Them, you know, them for them, all them pre things, and you know, Jamaican people sometimes kind of pre different. You see me? And sometimes them say certain things, it don't really mean nothing. Or you know need to make it be that serious, basically. You understand what I say? Right. So I stop her in her tracks, because like I never ready for deal with none of what she have to say right there. So because listen, my brother, sometimes when my brethren them say certain things, you know, them get thrown off. You see?
All right, but me can say something, Jenna. Me don't know if the listeners are go agree with me on the part still. All right, me follow everything where you say. I me hear everything where you say. I me totally agree with when you stop her in her tracks, right? Because your marriage. That's a year to do. You see me and say she not have no right for butt into that, and that is not her place, right? Yes, she your mother and you respect her and you love her, but your wife are your wife. However, you see the part where you say, you would have rather, and don't get me wrong, that is what you would have rather, but I'm speaking from my point of view still. The part where you say you would have rather she did go to your wife and address her, that part they me kind of not agree with that part there. Me feel like she did the right thing by coming to you and telling you how she felt. You understand? Because we have to look at it this way. Your wife could have possibly taken it away, some out of context, if she did go to her. You understand? So I personally feel like she came to the right person, which is you, and you did the right thing, which is shutting her down and say, listen, stay out of this, right? Because you have some man where would have run with what their mother say, boy, my mother this, so I have to respect what mama say, no man now go before my mother, and re. You have some, that is how some man would have deal with it. But me applaud you for the way you angle it. You shut her down and make sure you know, say, listen, that is not your place. Me deal with my marriage, or me want to deal with my marriage, right? But the part where you say, boy, you would have rather she go to your wife, no, my brother. Me personally not agree with that part there. You understand? Because as me say, your wife could have take that some different way and feel a way about it. You understand? So if anything, even when she come to you and say, boy, you know, so this is how me feel, and me not like how this and that. You see, she give you the opportunity for sort out things right there. So You understand? So it never have to go no further than what she said to you. It done right there. So you understand? So your wife never even would have even not have to get involved in it in any way. You understand? I mean, I say that's just my opinion still.
Yeah. Well, I can't disagree with that too. But you know, you see, because I know my wife stay, my wife wouldn't make a big deal out of it. You know, she would sit down and talk to her and hear what she have to say same way. You understand what I say?
Right. Yeah, it is not her place because that's the man wife, right? Yes, I'm mother. And every man should love their mother and respect mama. But you also have to understand that your wife is your wife. You see, there's a reason why a man move out a mother house and go live with a woman. Because she is now the woman in her life, your wife. You understand? So you have some man would have disrespect their wife for their mother. And I'm not saying that you should disrespect your mother for your wife neither. But you should know, a mother should know her place and a wife should know her place, is my opinion. You understand? Right. So if mama having some type of way about how the man and his wife are deal with things, stay out of that and make the man in that marriage deal with that, is how I see it. You understand? Because I hear the general say him not have no issues with how him wife talk because him know her personality. And I want to listen to how him make sure clarify that first before him even talk about what him mother say. He make sure clarify that so everybody understand why am I gonna get that. You understand? The man know exactly how him wife is. So you see, mama probably never understand say that is just how mama talk. That is just how him wife talk. You understand? And she feel like say him wife talk down to him, but the man know say that is not the case. See? Continue, my general.
Yeah, so and you know, I love what you said a while ago because, you know, listen, my wife allow me to be a man in my house. You see me? My wife allow me to be a man in He's a man in a house, you see. But being a man don't mean say he's a dictator, because every decision we make at the boat, we make it together. You understand what I say? So, you know, it has nothing to do with talking down. She just talk strong, you see. And I just, me as the man, I have to remind myself, say, yo, brother, you know who you're married, you know the personality, so, you know, I just one of them thing there. You see. But anyways, the other thing was, you know, some phone bill thing, and you know, we that pay the phone bill. You understand? We are pay the phone bill.
But before you continue, before you go to that, let me ask you. So when una have the discussion about if things are gonna change, right? And una say, well, obviously things have to change because we're no. So you know, you need to start handle certain things. What was her reaction or response to that?
I said it to you earlier. She said that wasn't the agreement. She thought that helping somebody till them get on them foot is helping them to save money. And you know, for me that was just right there and then I start feel like people are trying to use me. You understand what I say? Like me can't say and then it's not like you're there in a space, so you see the things that happen. You see, say, you know, at the end of the day, you know, even though we get by and we try to figure out things, because listen, you see, me and my wife, my brother, we figure out things, you know, we work together as a team. You know, my wife and my teammate. You understand what I say? So everything will happen. For the most part, we try to work together and solve it together. You understand? I saw we go at work. You see me? But at the end of the day, she did it and she see certain things. But again, I feel like sometimes, you see, sometimes when you open up your space to people too much and them see certain things, them feel like, say, yo, everything is 100 or everything good. So them start to feel like, oh, you know, people might have this and people might have that. But my brother, you know America. You understand? You know how America said sometimes. Sometimes when you see some things that happen are because of credits and you know, people have certain credit card and you know them, but at the end of the day, you know, say, yo, it's still a bill. You see me? There's always a bill. There's always going to be a bill. You see? So the other thing was some phone bill situation, and she did come here to a phone. She come here to a chip where did have service on it, and she unlimited service. And after she start work, I think you don't use your conscience and say, you know what, me I work a little money, I have some money in my possession, let me ask them all to pay the phone bill if the phone cut off. Because what we do is that we pay the phone bill ahead of time. Because you see, sometimes you have so much going on. Excuse me, you have so much going on, it's like you're not focused on certain things. So you see, instead of having it there and make it pop up on you, and then you have to deal with it when you have something else to deal with, what we try to do here, we think 3 months ahead of time. You understand? So every 3 months we pay a phone bill, right? And that was the same plan we should have done. So me I say, yo, all right then. Since me tell us everything, things are gonna change and make a little money now. I expect say, instead of expecting us to still pay this bill, you don't come out of pocket and come to go, because I know me pay bills in my house, brother. Me working money and bring it come, but not ask for pay bills. You understand? Like that's not my specialty. There, so me go out and work any amount of money, but the bills part and my thing, a wife thing that. You see me? So she would more than likely go to her and sit down with her and say, how would I bill appear? You see, instead of doing that, she came to me and she was like, she asked me, I say, well, of course you have to pay your bill. Like, your work, why wouldn't you not want to pay your bill? You see me? And it's like, my brother, instantly, any little love way me did have towards her, it just start going. Instantly. Any form of love when me did feel for her as a mother, it just start going. Because now she put me in a mind frame to say, yo, that woman don't like me. That woman don't like me. That woman here don't like me. And obviously you did have some hidden agenda to either use somebody. My brother, listen. And it's not to say me I talk about nothing or because as I say, my love help and me help people and talk about it. You see me? Like one of the greatest things for make my day, if I go out on the road and I see somebody in need and I can help them, that make my day. I'm not like you. That is the type of person who me is. I just love help. Helping somebody makes me feel so good. You understand? So the things that we do, in general, I not even want to go in at them because even wife either say to me earlier, she said, boy, Trevor, I really don't want you go in a certain details. I'm saying I understand, but I want some of them man to understand. You see, whenever you left your parents' house and you get married to a woman, your mother is no longer a parent. As a matter of fact, you are not obligated to your mother. I am sorry. Any man who want to feel like say, yo, their mother come before them wife, God go with you. Because you see, at the end of the day, I never go at the altar and tell God, say, yo, until death do us part to my mother. I never go at the altar and tell my mother, say, yo, true sickness and true health. You understand? Those vows belong to my wife. So my wife is gonna always be my first and main priority. My brother, I'm not lie to you, and a lot of people might look at me and wait for do what I do, but I had to do it because now I'm not gonna accommodate no confusion in my house. I'm not gonna make my wife and me feel uncomfortable in my house. So I had to tell her to leave.
Let me ask you a question, General. All right. And it's because I saw someone ask this question in the comments. How long was your mother staying with you and your wife for before she started working?
2 months. I would think about 2 months.
All right, so she was there 2 months, not earning anything at all. All right, so she started working. Was it immediately after she started working? Una say, well, the agreement have to change. You have to start angle things now. Was it immediately right as she started working?
All right, listen to what happened. You see me? Because my wife is a planner. You see me? She plan out things. You see, immediately after she start working, she had no bills to pay. Everything they done already. It was a different month.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end, it was at that end of that month, she wouldn't have to think about any form of bills, and she wouldn't have enough money at that time to take care of anything that was needed to get taken care of. You understand what I say?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that there was a situation where she just start and then no she have to pay. No, that wasn't the situation, because we would not have put her in a situation like that. That would be unfair. Or it would basically, she would basically have the right to say, yo, this is not the agreement, like, we'll not do, like, we not understand. But no, we'll make sure, say, yo, we'll clear up everything. So anything should not basically start fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Get you. All right, so you say you did have to ask her for leave?
Yeah, man, me have to tell her for leave, brother. Like, we sit down, because after that she start tell lie, oh, we take her off a family plan, and everybody know what a family plan is. It's like my phone cut off, your phone cut off, everybody's phone cut off, basically. You see me? There's no way, like, we would do that. Like, that don't make no sense. As a matter of fact, let me tell you what would have happened if she did approach me on a different level. You see me? If she did come to me and she say, yo, so, like, me not too have the money yet to pay the bill, You see me? I want to pay, but the money not there for pay yet. So, me I tell you, just pay it for me for this time, and the next time, I promise, say, yo, I have it. I go deal with it. But that wasn't the approach. The approach was something where to piss me off. And listen, she wanted to piss me off. Because everything what that was happening up until then, it did get she aggravated. So she was just trying to be petty, as far as me concerned. Because you are the parent and me are the child. You say you want to build a relationship with me. What? And then the thing is that she know me. She know all my state. You understand? So it is beyond me. Why should I, try to start an argument with me like that? Unless you wanted it to happen.
So when
she did have something for that. Mm-hmm.
When you asked her to leave, what did she left and stay in the States, or she went back to Jamaica?
I don't know, my brother. As I say, any form of love I did have, it gone. You see me? Because listen, at the end of the day, as she did for throw water upon the fire in that situation, then she didn't. All right, let me tell you something. Even as small as my kids are right now, I have 2 daughters, and as small as they are, my daughter, they can come to me and they can express themselves to me. If them upset. If them, whatever they need to express themselves, like me as a parent, I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna listen to my child. You understand? Because me as a parent, I'm supposed to try to figure out how can I make the situation better, whatever the situation. Just figure it out as a parent, not to argue with my child.
So you say you don't know where she go. So you don't know where she there right now, as we are speak?
No, brother. No, honestly, no. No. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not try for no. You understand? Like, whenever people show themselves, just take it for what it is and keep it pushing.
Let me ask you a question, my family, if it's okay for me to ask.
Yeah, man.
What was your relationship like with your mother before all of this? Because it sounds like there is some other issue there. I don't know if I'm wrong.
Listen, as I said before, it wasn't good. It wasn't good because, as I said, me did I say, based upon everything when me grew up, experiencing and knowing as a child, and, certain things, certain little things happening in my life, none of my parents have never did it. You understand? I'm sorry, they weren't there, especially in my teenage years. Like, my teenage years is rough, and they weren't there. You understand what I say? And, as I say, God is good, because I figure it out as, even as a teenager, when me did supposed to have my parents them there for me, to help me, for go through certain things, and especially, you know, a father figure. I'm not even gonna talk about him, like, you know, there was nothing like that there. I had to figure out everything by my own. You see me? And you know, when you grow up feeling like your parents them no care, because that is how made it feel like you are grow up as a youth, and you know, when you go parents teachers meeting, you see, you know, people parents there, and you know, you can't see her when them like that's something that hurt you, brother. You see me? That's something that hurt you. But yet still, I was willing to put all of that aside. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm willing to put all of that aside. Because even when she come, I try to show her love. I try to put that aside and love you. And that's what I was trying to do. Like, it's not like say, yo, she come and me still that whole certain thing. I never that whole nothing against her, my general.
All right, but
Come in by me.
all right, may I understand what you say, but what I want to understand is, obviously, you know, you did feel some type of way about the fact that your mother wasn't there for you over the years. Obviously, that was a issue, right?
Yeah.
Before you invited her over to the States, before she moved in with your wifey, was that issue ever addressed? Was that ever resolved? Are you see, I'm asking you this because I want to know if you did just bury that feeling there where you did a carry, you know. That's what me I try to forget at.
Yeah, man. Cause in the me I say she, brother, my wife did make sure so that happened at the wedding, because yo, remember, you know, and my mother and me march up to the altar, you know, brother. Me and my mother do a mother and son dance, you know. And me know a lot of people, a lot of the callers them I go maybe, you know, feel a way because of the whole, or you know, you have to love your mother and all that. And I get it, like, it's not that me not love my mother, but listen, there is some toxicity there. She toxic. You understand? She toxic, and when people toxic, you have to just avoid them. Leave them alone. Leave them in a them toxic. You see me? And that's what it is. It's like, all right, you remember you had a caller on your program I think it was maybe a month or so ago, and the caller was saying that her father hit her in her back with something, and she was crippled, right? And no, I know it's not the same thing, but listen, I'm the type of person, I'm gonna tell you, it's like I develop this thing in myself where anytime I see problems, I tend to run away from it. You understand? I prefer to separate myself from it than to make it worse. And that is what she did. She put me in a mind frame to make me feel like, yeah, use me. And you don't love me. You don't want a relationship with me.
Was there ever a instance while she was staying with you and your wife where your wife felt uncomfortable about anything that she did or said?
No. No. There was one instant where my wife looked at me and she said, Trevon, you know your mother ungrateful. And I'm like, She said to me that, yo, you would prefer she go out, go find, and listen me, you know, carefully, you know, my general. My wife said to me, say, she prefer she went out and find a living work or something. And I said, no. I said to my wife, said, no, she's not ready. She's not ready for go out there on her own yet. Me could give her some more time. And actually, my wife did kind of upset about what happened. I'm not going to really talk about that, but my wife did kind of upset about it. You know, I sit down with my wife, I'm a beggar, I'm a kind of stand firm at the same time. I'm a beggar, you know, and she calmed down. I'm say, wifey, she's not ready to go out there on her own. Please, we'll give her some more time.
Now, the story did not end there. It went on further. And if you want to listen to everything that was shared, because he did speak on his wife and, you know, how they met, how they got together and all of that. If you want to listen to everything that was shared, you can click the link that's in the description. It will take you on over to Unstoppable Live, where you can listen to everything in its entirety. Alright, when you go over there, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on all notifications. So once we go live, you will get notified. Now, I'll have you know that after that show was aired, he actually reached out to me and said, Unstoppable, you know, me try to find mama and all of that, and she's actually still in the States and she's doing okay. Alright, because, you know, on the show, you know, I was kind of like telling him, say, listen, boy, you know, despite everything that happened, you know, you put her out, and more than likely, you know, say you put her out and something happened to her. So try to see if you can reach out and find her. He reached out to me and him said he did just that. Alright, so at least that's good. Listen, until the next Unstoppable recap, stay strong, stay motivated, but most of all, remain unstoppable.
Unstoppable.